they'll spend the last timeout. That's it.
That's the Trojans calling timeout.
It's the Trojans calling. All right.
And that is their last timeout. My goodness. How about this play? Trying to get a receiver open in the end zone. Gets pressure, feels it, sees the corner of the end zone. And how about another walk-in touchdown for Vince Young?
Nobody around him when he went in. So USC up against, they're down by a point. You've got 19 seconds to play. They have no times out remaining. If they convert the 2 points, then it means a 3-point lead.
And Mack is going to tie Vince Young to the goalpost in Austin, so he can't leave this team next year and go on to that other league. How about 7 touchdowns rushing for Vince Young in 2 games here in Pasadena? He might want to look for some real estate around here. He owns this field.
Well, he'll probably have enough to buy it.
At some point he will in his future. My goodness.
Runs it and made it. So it's been the Vince Young show when it came to crunch time as Texas goes to a 41-38 lead with only 19 seconds to play. Clock didn't move on that play.
That's extra point is probably not going to. Thank goodness for SC. Matt's daddy in the crowd, knowing it's a tall order. But give the Texas offensive line some credit too. Vince Young's thrown 40 passes tonight, 0 sacks. He's rushed for 200 yards and 3 touchdowns. What else can you say?
Congratulations. That'll do.
Odds-on favorite to win the MVP of this game for the 2nd time. 2 years in a row, Vince Young putting on an unbelievable show.
These 2 teams coached by 2 men who have brought a whole new perspective and methodology to the business of coaching, I think. Now Reggie Bush will drop back, and let's see if they'll kick to it. I don't believe I would.
No, I'd put it on the ground.
Put it on the ground.
Make it difficult to pick up.
Just pitch it down there in that open space. Got it.
Lateral back to Rich.
No chance. 16 seconds. Clock stops when you move the chain in the college game.
Yeah, but you're going to see the mother of all prevent defenses right here. They'll rush 4 guys, and then the other 7 will be spread out deep.
Here we go. They're coming hard. Leinert shoves it ahead to Bush. Got a block. Goes down and out of bounds, stopping the clock at 8 seconds to play in a ball game.
What that did is that gives Leinert a lot of opportunities here. The problem for SC, Mario Danello does not have a real big leg, but Troy Van Blarcom does. He made a 43-yarder earlier in the game, did Danello, and he's getting loose on the sidelines right now.
The ball is resting at the Texas 43. They have no timeouts to work with. 8 seconds is not very much. Leinert runs away from the pressure. Now he's got to throw it and throws it high and out of bounds, and the game is over. Texas has defeated Southern California 41-38. to 38 to win the national championship of college football. This is win number 800 for the University of Texas Longhorns.
And a classic. Lived up to all the hype, all the build-up. Incredible effort by all these young men.
Well, Vince Young, Dan, stepped beyond the pale. He's out there somewhere by himself.
I tell you, Keith, nobody has ever had a game like that.
And all his teammates had faith in him, knew he could do it. This is Vince Young's team.
There are the two coaches. Great respect they have for each other. Pete Carroll has done some remarkable things since he came back to college coaching, and Mike Garrett brought him in as the head coach of the Trojans. He ran off 31 wins, and now Mac Brown sits in the catbird seat, and here is Todd Harris.
Well, Pete, you told me eventually it would have to come to an end. What was the difference tonight?
Well, we couldn't stop them when we had to. You know, we had plenty of chances to, and the quarterback just ran all over the place. He's a fantastic football player, and he made the difference, you know. He threw the ball well enough, but more than that, he did it with his legs, you know. I mean, how classic was it that he ran it in on the last play? So it's a fantastic job by Texas. We gave him everything, you know. We really had a shot to win this game and felt like we should have won it, but we didn't, you know. So this is their night, you know. Hats off to Mac. He did a great job. They have a fine football team. You know, it's been wonderful doing what we've been doing. It's too bad it has to end, but if somebody's got to get it, they deserve the heck out of it. We give it to Mac.
At the very end of the game, you had a timeout. Did you want to save one timeout if they had scored?
Yeah, we had a little problem. They were going for two right there, but you know, didn't get it done.
Thanks, Pete. He's a class act, Keith. Let's send it over to Holly.
Guys, I'm here with Matt Leinart. Matt, tell us a little bit about what went through your mind on that last drive for Vince.
Yeah, he just stepped up. You know, we couldn't tackle, and as a great player, he showed why he's one of the best players in college football.
Tell us a little bit what it's like to go out like this after you came back.
I mean, it's tough, you know, but, you know, we'll move on. It's a great win, great hard-fought, you know, loss, I guess, but, you know, whatever. We still think, I think we're a better football team. You know, they just made the plays in the end.
Win or lose, a great career, Vince. Thanks.
Well, happiness is reflected in many different ways, isn't it? Hands are raised on the Texas side of the Rose Bowl, and the music flows. For 81 years, one of America's most recognizable images has been the Goodyear blimp. Goodyear providing tonight's aerial coverage. And coming up next, the Built Ford Tough postgame show, including interviews and the trophy presentation.